Welcome back, guys. As always, I'm Ghostly Snow Demon, and we're going to do something a little bit different today. I've been playing a lot of Tem Tem, which, if you don't know, it's a capture creature game instead of using like Pokemon, except instead of using Pokeballs, you use cards. And instead of shinies, they're Lumas. And obviously, all the Tem Tem are different. But it's more of an MMO version of like Pokemon. I really like it. I haven't gotten that far into it. It's currently in early access type stuff, so the full game isn't out completely yet. But I think I'm going to talk about one of my favorite Temtems, Tartaru. And I'll go into him explaining his description, his base stats, type matchups, his evolution, his techniques, and locations, so where you can find him, and some just random facts. So here we go. Tateru is a tall hamster-like Temtem. I would more say guinea pig-like for me personally, because like when I saw him, I'd like, it looks exactly like one of my guinea pigs except green, because we have a guinea pig called Oreo, which is white and black for obvious reasons. But anywho, it's mainly sea green and white in color, with a back being sea green and its front being white. There is no differentiation between where the head, neck, and start and stop into each other. So, like a guinea pig, honestly. Two large ears are atop of its head with antenna-like structures protruding from the tips of its ears. Yeah, that's probably one thing that's not very guinea pig-like, or hamster-like for that matter. It reminds me of like, I can't even think of what it's called. There's some it's a cat or dog, I think, or just some wild animal. I don't know. Anywho, the inside of its ears and the antennae are dark sea green in color. Its eyes are small and beady, positioned in patches of the sea green that extend below the ears towards the front. The white stripe separates the patches going in between the ears and connected to the front. A small mouth sits at the base of the stripe. Its arms and legs are short and stubby, which makes it adorable, with no differentiation between where the hands and feet start and where the arms and legs end. The lower parts of the arms and legs, including the hands and feet, are sea green in color. A dark sea green spot is positioned at the top of each leg where they connect to the body. Each hand has two fingers in a V shape, and its feet lack any digits and are more than stumps. Okay, one thing with these is like the Luma version, which is the shiny version, as I said before, is like, I wouldn't go as far as saying it's black and white, but it's probably a really dark brown, if anything. So instead of the sea green, it's like a dark brown. But they're both like if you ever see a guinea pig where it stands on tied legs for a few seconds, that's exactly what this fucker looks like, and I love the shit out of him. I'm currently trying to get a perfect one of him, and I also wish, I know it'd be fucking incredible if I could get a shiny one, because then it'd really look like Oreo, but I know that's almost impossible. Like, that's a fucking 1% chance, man. I would never fucking get it. If I did, I would be what? Why did I have to have all this luck in a game? Why can't I just get the lottery or some shit and send a game? But then I would be so fucking happy. If I did it on stream, I would fucking jump down my seat, running around the house, screaming yes, 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 and then coming back and just being pumped up, jumping like a little schoolgirl. Anywho, sorry about that rant. His base stats are 8. Their stats are, I guess I should probably explain the stats first. Stats go HP, stamina, speed, attack, defense, special attack, and special defense, which are all like normal Pokemon terms, but if you're not familiar with Pokemon, HP would be the health, stamina is basically the energy they use, because it's one thing different is they don't have a certain amount of times they can use the moves until you have to take them to like get rested or anything. Every match is different, and they gain stamina after a certain time, like catch up like any normal, like an MMO, except the stamina goes down, and like if it goes down too far and you start trying to use a move that pushes too far, it will hurt them. But I'll probably go into more detail on that later. and speed and attack, obviously, and then special. In the special ones is like against like any like a fire attack or anything that uses an element. That's more what the special stuff is for. And anywho, his HP is 79, his stamina is 85, his speed is 60, his attack is 78, his defense is 66, his special attack is 54, special defense and 66. These are all his base stats. As they level up, they get higher. They have a potential when they get to the max level as currently is 58 for these guys. Possibly could get more because the game's still being added to. But right now, as of right now, when this video is being made, the max level is 58. So potentially his HP could be 159 to 278. His stamina could be 57 to 109. His speed could be 62 to 155. His attack could be 78 to 173. His defense is 68 to 161. His special attack could be 57 to 149. And special defense could be 68 to 161. As the differential on who you catch, because different ones have different stats that are better because they don't all have the same, like you catch one and it's all the same. There's a thing called SVs and TVs that will help amplify. SVs are like what they naturally gain for like what they'll gain faster, so yeah, I'll get to that later. On type matchup, they're pretty much he is a neutral type, so he's pretty much normal to everything. Like everything he doesn't get a bonus of things. He doesn't get damage. There is one any psychic type, or it's called mental type. It's all different in the game, so like I get mixed up honestly with Pokemon and stuff because I have that kind of background. I have Pokemon background on that. But anyway, the mental type is the ones that takes more damage to. So him against a mental is probably the worst thing you can do, honestly. But other than that, he's pretty good as a stable. Now there's other ones that are going to be better suited for certain types. Like water has a higher defense against fire, and fire has a greater attack on grass, like normal. Evolution-wise, it saddens me that he's my favorite and I love the evolution process on these games, but he doesn't evolve, so I really hate it, but it's what it is, and he's still my favorite even though he doesn't evolve because he's just a giant guinea pig, and guinea pigs was the first pet that me and my girlfriend ever got together, and to this day we still have him besides one because of tragedy. But anywho, okay, we're gonna go along. And one, he has these traits that you can have. There's potentially a soft touch or a resilient. I'll go on into that in another video for if you want me to describe all these things. Now let's go on to his techniques. This is a list of techniques he learns as he levels. When he reaches level 1, he gets tenderness. When he gets to level 3, he gains scratch. Level 6, he gains nibble. At level 10, he goes heavy blow. Level 13 is sand spitter, which is a rock type move. The other ones were just neutral type moves. When he gets to level 17, he gets rage, which is a fighter move. When he gets to level 25, which is a fierce claw, which is a neutral move. When he gets to level 33, he gains lullaby, which is a mental move, which is honestly surprising, being he gets harmed against those. When he's level 44, he gains stone ball, which is a stone or a rock type or stone type move. I think they're called stone. I need to get these all straight. My mind with Pokemon mixes really badly on this. But that also will gain a bonus on a fire attack if you have a fire Tem Tem with it, because you don't do one-on-ones in Tem Tem, you do a 2-on-2 or 2-on-1 if you can only find one Tem Tem out in the wild. Anywho, then at level 50 he gains Sacrifice, which is a neutral move, and then at 58 he gains Bestial Charge, which is a neutral move. These are all techniques he learns as he levels. Now here's a list of techniques that he learns as how to best describe this. The CDs in Pokemon, they're called technique courses, so it's like they take a course on how to learn this. First one up is the number 3, or the technique course number 3 called God damn. Sorry for me pronouncing this. I know it is choreography. There it goes. Which is a wind type move. Then there's technique course number 4, which is Wake Up, which is a neutral move. Then there's number 7, which is Neutrox Bomb, which is what I use on my Tateru, because where I'm at, I'm keep running into grass types and poison, and this is a poison type move, and those are really good against nature type Tem Tem, which is the grass type if you're familiar with Pokemon. Then number 10 is Confiscate, which is a normal move. Number 11, Cage, which is normal. Number 12, which is Rend, which is a normal. Number 16 is Held Rage and normal. 18, which is Major Slash, is normal. Now, I'm not going to go that much into it, but you can breed these guys, but there's one thing, it's you gotta breed with the same class. Or, not class, type. Yep, that's it. Sorry. But with types, there are like dual type ones, so they could be neutral and a fighter type stuff. Right now, as of right now, they can learn, he or she, Tateru can learn up to 3 different ones from breeding. So these would be stuff they would earn almost instantly if one of the parents had these abilities. Most likely it's the father that they gain it from. They could gain Inner Spirit, which is a fighter type move, Held Anger, which is a neutral type move, and Perfect Jab, which is a fighter type move. So, as Held Anger is normally, you'd get technique courses, technique course, but you could, if you train it on one of the parents that you use to breed one, he's potential to have it as soon as he's born, so like at level 1 he'd be able to use Held Anger, is essentially what that is. Now, where you can find Tartaru is, it's in Pristine Coast in the island of Denses. Its rarity is 30 to 100%. You'll get him, the levels you could catch him are 2 to 6. Then there's Saya Park, which is in the Deniz, which is a 50% chance, and you get those at level 37 to 40. There's the Thalassian Cliffs. I am sorry if I butcher any of these names, which is, again, in Deniz, which is 70% to 4 to 6. I also should mention, which if it wasn't obvious with the 2 to 6, that these guys this could be potentially the first Tem Tem you actually catch besides your starters. Then there's Gifted Bridges, which is another one in Deniz, which is a 40% rarity in levels 8 through 10. Windward Fort, which is Deniz, 20%, 12 through 13. Agamari Caves is Deniz, 20 to 30%, 14 to 20. Then Chino Gap, which is, here's the one kicker, is in the island of Kisawa, which is an 80% chance, level 30 to 35. Then there's Kilima Peaks, which is Kisawa, 20% and 40 to 42. Now, last thing is just random facts. The gender ratio for these guys is most of the time you're going to get male because it's 60% male and 40% female. It's not like a huge thing, so it's not like, oh, you're only going to get male and potential to get females. Which, if you're wanting to do breeding, you need to do the female is probably the best one because you can breed 2 different ones. Like there's the breeding groups for Pokemon. So, but same thing goes with Tem Tem, and whatever the female is what the baby ends up being. So, essentially, you'd need the female if you're wanting to breed a bunch of Tartarus. And now Tartaru's name comes from Tateru, which is Japanese for stand erect, and thus he stands on his hind legs. As of Alpha 0.6.19, Tateru is the highest base stamina stat of all the neutral Tem Tem, which could change, being that's only in the alpha, so don't quote me on it being the highest but as of this video and that update, it is the highest one. Tateru was first revealed on Twitter. Tateru was recolored many times before the final look was shown as depicted in his concept art. Tateru has an emote on the official Tem Tem Discord. It portrays the police officer, so don't get in trouble by this guy. Definitely don't get pulled over by him. Especially if you have a night of drinking. Don't drink and drive, obviously. And then last random fact of this video is Tartaru took over Tem Tem and became the CEO for one day on April 1st of 2020. It made several comical tweets, and several other Tartaru invaded the Discord chats before retiring at the end of the day due to being tired. Hope you guys enjoyed these random facts. As always, you can catch me on Twitch every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And every Tuesday, I will be streaming Tem Tem. So, see you all next time, guildmates.